Bastion.
Oh yeah, you
Going
know
up against the Bruno and the Paquito with the speed boost of the Rafaela, there's going to be a lot of speed between these two teams later on.
I am speed. That's gonna be the name of the game, apparently. With all these sprints obviously present on the map, with the speed ups that you can expect from a Rafaela, I expect a lot of blood to be shed here in the early stages of the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's the answer, right? How do you catch all the speed boosts from NXPE? You take the sprints, and now, you know, early already, this is the focus here on Donut. So, yeah, he burned the sprint early on.
All right, that's it. That's what they need. And after someone burns that, you know that a follow-up is very close by. That's risky for lanes.
Typically, you go Flicker or Inspire on the Bruno, and
that's what he did. He flickered in. Miko
exactly.
We didn't have to see it on the camera because Wolf called it. You're gonna see Miko flicker in there, and that's what happened.
And as usual, again, multiple lanes again, just trying and waiting for that opportunity. Very aggressive roam here from Miko, again doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? Miko taking the brunt of the damage here, but actually going to re-engage because here comes Ryzen, almost a level 4. He hits it now. Crashed it right into Miko. Phobia able to get a kill here on that roam from NXPE, but the return once again, NXPE. It's going to be a nice pickup here once again for Smart Omega.
The timing coming up from Omega was so good, and they planned it out so well. I mean, Ryzen knows exactly when he will hit level 4. He already rolled before his ultimate was up, and he was able to get a kill afterwards. And this is really bad from NXPE. This is the first time that I'll see a Bruno left on his own. Typically, because you want to take advantage of the early game spike.
Yeah.
You want to really double up on the Bruno, and this time they're leaving him in the bottom lane to fight for his own.
Oh, Miko taking, again, quite a bit of damage from James this time around. So let's see, right? This turtle, first one in the game, is now up here. They're both in position, but Ryzen going to go ahead and start this one up. It looks like Smart Omega just has a clear path for the first turtle of the game.
There is a small, advantage of keeping the Rafaela close by, and this is exactly it, right? Yeah. So that's what they did. They kept Yelly Haze alive. He doesn't even have level 4 yet. So right now, it's actually still very risky for NXPE to do anything at this point.
No activation just yet from NXPE, as we saw H2 still yet to participate in the team fights. He's been babysat in the jungle. This is the reason why NXPE didn't have that first help onto the gold lane, because Mycophobia actually had to help H2 for, I honestly don't know why they decided to go that way, but because of that, now we are seeing Donut struggle. Bruno with 1 death in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Doesn't sound very good. Yeah.
It's a cardinal sin, honestly.
And especially the one that you have on the other side is a big AoE marksman, just like a Claude, man.
That's right.
So I really see what you mean there.
Yep.
Overall, NXPE seem to be just like absorbing everything that Omega's throwing right now.
I think the saving grace, though, for NXPE here is just, once again, H2O really hasn't done anything just yet, but as he's keeping up in the farm, they should be able to contest the next objectives that come up. That's what you're expecting from them, especially having Mycophobia here on this Rafaela. But the thing is, like you guys mentioned, there's so much attention being put here on Donut. If Donut just has a terrible early game, he's pretty much offline for the majority of the game, and now here we go, but the flicker gonna cancel out that setup coming out from Miko.
Yeah, that's the foresight that you usually have when you have a Cho nearby. You want to advance that flicker. Good thing that he did that and had good results. But again, that could have gone so bad.
It's funny because even now, just having Miko and Mycophobia crossed each other, and when they're focusing on each other because they're both the rogues, it's like, okay, Miko kicks Miko, here we go.
It's not easy, I'm sure.
It's almost like a Valentina, when you have the Way of the Dragon and the Valentina with the Way of the Dragon. But now they're going to go ahead and start up this turtle, like I mentioned. They're in a much better position now to actually contest this one. Second turtle of the game, as Ryzen now joining the party. But also on the top side, Renzio going to go ahead and push that lane in.
Oh, man.
See if NXPE actually wants to give this one up or just completely not even taking a chance.
Oh, wow. They really did not want to give it up, but H2O, again, not really that confident yet to go in all on his own. While the rest of Omega, they are capitalizing.
Okay, so Renzio's really low HP up there. I don't know if they're going to get a kill. He does get the turret. That's what was confusing, right?
Yep.
It looks like NXPE wants to actually contest that turtle, take it, because they know they're trading an objective topside, but still they hesitate and nothing results out of that.
Yeah.
And now, here comes a smart Omega looking to crash down to the bottom side. Donut's going to be the focus. Blazing Duet comes out, goes back here. They take quite a bit of damage, and they're going to lose another turret.
Oh my goodness. Omega just playing the map so well. Fortunately for next play, they will conserve the tower for a little bit longer, but so far Omega's winning the map. Pretty sure that James the lucky break in there as he went for the Masha, but all things considered, this is just Omega winning the early stages, which is bad for next play. We know their composition is not tailored towards the late game, and Omega winning the early to the mid game is already like checking a lot of taking a lot of check boxes for their win condition.
And that's it. That's one of the keys to victory, right?
Yeah.
Set up for your mid-game tempo. And in that
Right.
regard, Omega definitely doing all of the checking. Now, right now, NXPE, you mentioned it, they did have a lucky break on top side.
Yep.
They got some of that goal and some of that flow that, you know,
Yep.
Omega needs to answer. So that's a lucky break by James. But can they actually rely on luck to win this? We'll have to find out.
Well, here's the focus on the bottom side. They spot out Renzio, going to take some damage, has plenty of health bars though. Meanwhile, the rest of Smart Omega making their way down to the bottom side as well. You can see the struggle here, right, that we're seeing of an NXPE trying to make decisions like, do we commit to this? Do we back off here? And that's kind of the story right now. They are still patiently waiting here on the bottom side. Renzio going to go in, win that Thunderclap, and hold on, H2O. Can they push this one in? They're still holding on to a minion. Kill VJ, getting the knock up. Yelly Haze, here comes Miko as well. Might be looking for a kick on Yelly Haze. Kill VJ goes down here. And now under the turret they go. It's one down for Smart Omega.
Kel VJ defended that so well. They cleared the minion waves, although he died in the end. But I honestly feel like Omega already got what they wanted in there. Able to defend the turret for quite a longer time. They were able to get the third turtle as well, only just sacrificing one hero, and that's just a mid laner, and they managed to win the economic battle once again. Next by Evos, they have to find an opening. So far, they have utilized H2 just once in this game. I want to see them use this Garena more.
Yeah, we're even on the turrets, but basically the economy is being won by Omega. They pulled so many people on that bottom siege.
Yep.
They had 4 people on standby. Do we go? Do we go? No. KLVJ was clearing. Ryzen was clearing as well. It was a very, Renzio was clearing as well.
Yep.
Good defense. You bought so much time in the end. They were forcing a fight just like this one.
Yeah, real world manipulation coming down. There's going to be the stun. Kill VJ falls again with the return with the Blazing Duet. Looking for Mycophobia. And another falls. Make it 2. As that's a huge Blazing Duet followed by the way of the dragon. They grab another kill here as 3 fall for NXPE. James looking for Kelra. Can't get him as Kelra's still alive. And now in the mid side, James getting taken down. The killing spree for Ryzen.
Just when you thought you had the chance to go back, you get pulled right in.
I think they still want more, but they can definitely push this turret now. Next play, Evos had a nice snag in there, but after the use of the real-world manipulation, there's just nothing afterwards. Ryzen and Kara went together as 2, and what a kick coming out from Miko as well in that game. They didn't have a way to cancel out Yelly Haze's ultimate afterwards, but they conceded the first initial seconds of the fight, and then they fought afterwards. It's the sustained battle that won them afterwards, because we know that Kelra, his damage out was way too good. At this point, I actually was surprised that was able to get off Donut after maybe the Dexter attack, because when you swap with Dexter with the BMI, the Dexter can still attack, and I think he found the last attack of the Donut.
Yeah, and ladies and gents, this is why they call Omega the Venom. Right there!
Grabbing the Lord plus a kill here with the way of the drag, and Miko on fire for Smart Omega, looking for the setups time after time.
Yeah, that's exactly why. They're personifying the moments there you thought you're secure. You know, it's like they just bite you out of nowhere. And it is so venomous. It is so potent. It's so potent, man, that it's so difficult to get rid of. You saw it always a wipeout.
Yep.
I mean, you know, this is the thing, right? When you look at NXPE's lineup, again, the signs were there in the early game, like first turtle, second turtle. They don't have anybody to really go, like press the go button for them, right? Yes, they have Mycophobia. They've got the Holy Baptism if they want to go for it. If they ever get a chance, they can set up with a real-world manipulation. But if you look across the board, Smart Omega has way more options in terms of starting fights, starting skirmishes.
Yeah, I think that the next play will now have to think about duties. Yellow Haze, for example, has to hold his ultimate up until the point that they find Kelra, because Kelra can now dive. You have the Wind of Nature now for this Claw. This means that there will be no 1v1 between Donut as well as the Claude, or not from Kelra. So Yellow Haze has to hold out. And that's a big problem though, because you also have to think about the minion wave when going up against Omega. So honestly, Yellow Haze, he's gonna be having to pull out all the stops, and it's gonna be very difficult for him because he now holds the most important ultimate to win against Omega.
And the real-world manipulation is their main engage tool. It's their main clear tool as well.
Yeah.
And the problem is when it's popped, it's so difficult for them to actually win the coming fights without it.
I agree.
So I get what you mean, man. That's gonna be a big test of, you know, veterancy. How good are you, Yellow Haze? How good are you at holding the trigger, knowing when to pull it?
Right now, the way the Dragon goes into the James, but they have to flicker out here to stay alive. So right now, we're just seeing them clearing these minions, doing the best here. We can't actually expect Smart Omega to just be undisciplined, trying to punch one in as much as they're crowding around these last turrets of the base. But they can just pretty much buy time, wait 40 seconds for the Lord to come up, and then actually fight that face-to-face because they're 8K gold ahead of NXPE.
I didn't even notice that. It's a big problem for some of the squishy damage dealers coming out from next play. You can see Donut as well as Yellow Haze. Even when they're behind like this, they can still back up a punch, but they are also very squishy. So the problem here is Kelra is going to be an issue later on, as well as Renzio. We have not talked about this guy, but he builds up the tanky items, gets into that zone where he is almost unkillable and he can dive into the backlines. He's also going to be a problem. So it's going to be, it's also, I think next play also needs James to step up to stop that mashup in the late game.
To be fair, I mean, next play has a lot of check boxes to check if they want to make a comeback alive. So that's only one small piece of the puzzle. The other question is, how are they going to deal with these waves? James can't be absent from the fight, right? It's so important for next play Evos because he's also the big AoE damage from NXPE.
That is very
So a lot of questions here being raised by NXPE. At the same time, Omega looking really chill so far, I have to say.
Oh, loving this blade armor pickup coming out from Renzio. It's really, it is really definitely shutting down Donut, who is yet to rank up. In fact, he's only got 2 items at this point. And the early game spike coming out from the Bruno, you will not be able to feel it right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're relying a lot of the damage coming out from Donut, but look at all the tank items from 3 members of Smart Omega. You know, you're not, it's just going to tickle, basically. You're not going to feel any of that burst. And here comes the conceal play. Miko now looking for a way the Dragon. The turret does go down to the bottom side. They've got to handle that. Meanwhile, Mega's going to go ahead and focus on the mid turret as they're going to look to crack open the base here. Lord finally goes down. Another wave pushing on the top side. Smart Omega going to work on this one. Miko still holding on to the way of the Dragon. Can they punch this one in here? NXPE on full defense mode for now.
Yeah, basically like a boa constrictor slowly wrapping around its target.
That's going to be a bad mistake there as Kelra falls early on in the fight. Miko the next target to go down. James stepping up here, grabbing a kill for himself. NXPE turning it around.
Finally, some use of this sword.
Yeah.
At least giving them some breathing room here. That's 2 down from Omega.
Yeah, whenever there's a team that's about 10K, 9K behind, they always say they need a miracle. And next play Evos,
they found
it. They have found one. Miko, with a double K, didn't find the right opening.
Yeah.
And they were punished duly because of this. When Kelra went in for the aggressive BMI, the rest of the next play are in there.
Oh, they're still punching this in. Donut takes quite a bit of damage. They get the team to turn the mid. Renzio looking for the kill, and he grabs it. Donut falls. You can't outrun that Masha with the sprint. So right now, he's going to be going 2 versus, what is this, 2 versus 4 here in the jungle. Smart Omega looking to end the game here. They know Donut's down. Ryzen forcing them back into the base here. We've got 2 lanes pushing up into the base here. Once again, can NXPE Evos defend against this one? Miko looking for an angle, and in the backside, gonna find Yelly Haze, but it's not good enough. And now the real world manipulation comes down to clear the minions again. Ryzen taking the brunt of the damage. Kelra looking for the stacks. There's the knock-up. They're going to disengage. James now on the chase here with the 2. And here we go. Smart Omega recalls from here.
Beautiful disengagement. Chain there, enhanced chain from Omega. Really set up the tempo for the disengage. But now it's NXPE's time to maybe make something happen.
Kill VJ landing the greatest knock-up in this game as he was able to defend his teammates. But my God, this Mobile Legends game is turning to be a marathon. Between 2 teams, they're just chasing each other. And whoever can't outrun another will just lose this game.
Just like a viper grasping its prey and a warrior getting their sword ready to strike. It looks like NXPE wants to do something here, but again, the tankiness is just not there yet.
Yeah, they've got to be careful here. Ryze going to give the go signal. Here comes Miko looking for the way of the dragon. He finds it this time. He gets the target. Miko Phobia still has immortality, but look at Rezio just unleashing on the backside. Donut can't run from this as he is still able to survive. But 2 members of NXPE fall, make it 3 as Kill VJ gets the revenge here. And now Smart Omega once again looking to push it in for this game 1. Donut and James left alive. We gotta respect that damage here coming out from Donut. Can they do it? Working on the waves right now, looking for the setup once again. Miko not able to find it just yet. James trying to do everything he can. Winter Trache comes out from Kill VJ, and they're doing it!
Goodness.
Donut and James successfully defend while James gets a kill himself.
No way he did that. No way. And right now, they are roaring and repping here as NXPE find small stuff to take advantage of.
The reason why Omega wasn't able to end that game was because James have found Kelra and was able to take him down. A big deal breaker here for NXPE Evos as now they have the advantage towards the Lord.
They're going to grab this one as they do. H2O able to secure that with the retribution. You guys said it earlier, James has to step up, and that's exactly what he's doing here.
He stepped up in a big way here in this game.
Super duper big. We did not even notice that he was actually man-fighting against Kelra, and that's the thing with marksman nowadays, and you can expect to see Paquito being one of the priorities from now on because he's able to just counter out all of these marksman picks. Beatrix gonna have a problem with Paquito. That's also true with 1-1, and Claude is not safe from this very strong glass cannon of a boxer.
He's almost full items too. Look at that. He is roaring. One of the top gold in NXPE.
Oh man, the Lord does fall now, able to crack open the base here just yet, so Smart Omega still showing it. Here comes the conceal play, looking for an angle here. They gotta be careful. Way of the dragon, right on Yelly Haze as he falls, blazing to it, but he survives. Kelra still alive as 3 fall for NXPE. The King finding another, give him the triple kill. Ryzen hunting down H2O, grabs that one, and it's a wipeout for Smart Omega, and they take game number 1.
The embodiment of Venom. We have Omega sweeping it out. Beautiful, beautiful game there. It shows you the power of good team play.
Never say die. That's the attitude of Omega, but you also saw that from NXPE Evos. Not giving up this game despite them having a bad start, an abysmal start in this game. You would have done